Sinking air under a high. That's why Chris Bruin is seeing clear skies. But there's a clockwise rotation around that high, and so that moisture is getting shoved right up into Texas, right off the Gulf of Mexico. So these clouds you see right here, those are your low-level surface clouds. Then we have an energy and jet stream coming from the Pacific, bringing more than mid to upper level energy, and that's what you can see here with our water vapor imagery. You see that kind of big dip along the west coast. That's your vorticity, that's your energy, and the jet comes on underneath that. Thanks for moving that, Melissa. You can see coming right off the Pacific, going over Mexico right into Texas. So can you see how we're getting the two different layers of moisture, not only at the surface, but the upper levels? By the way, that jet energy is going into places like Arkansas, going to Illinois, going all the way into places like Indiana. But those high-level clouds, I'm not too super worried about those. What everyone's worried about in Texas is all the moisture, those dew point temperatures. You know how it can be so hot and humid in Texas? There it is. Look at that high, shoving all that green, and those are your dew points coming in. Not to mention, we have a little boundary that is helping giving us that lift. And so that's why we're running into these clouds here into Texas, but I don't want anyone to give up hope with those clouds building, because it is going in and out of the clouds. And that's all you need is that little break for totality for just a couple of minutes, and you will be able to see it. And also we have partial eclipse happening. Don't forget, this all kicks off at 12:15 Central Time. That's when partial happens. So we're going to be oohing and ahhing for quite a while here. Once all the planets line up, the planet, I should say, the moon and the sun, when three celestial bodies line up like that, is called syzygy, and we'll talk in more detail about that a little bit later. Another thing about the eclipse, there's a tradition, Alex. I don't know if you've heard this. Alex is up in Dallas. You're supposed to drink an egg cream after a total eclipse. I saw you chowing down on some eclipse donuts. Maybe that can be your new tradition, but we've got all the ingredients for an egg cream. What makes an egg cream? We're going to tell everyone coming up a little bit later.
I love it. I love it. I also saw something about like doing a wine flight through the eclipse, and like the different wines you're supposed to drink at the different periods of the eclipse. So there's like a little something for anybody,
really?
Whatever your tradition wants to be. Yeah, it was like, here's what to have when the partial eclipse happens. Obviously, you have the glass of champagne at the diamond ring. You have a Pinot during Totality.
Of all people, Alex. All I gotta say is, of all people, you would know
right?
about that tradition.
Shocking. Hey, I stick in my wheelhouse, right? I know a lot about what I know about. Stephanie, you and I are both kind of the ifs today, right? You and I are the spots with the clouds hanging overhead. We do have that low cloud cover that they're dealing with in Fredericksburg, up here in Dallas. Frontiers of Flight Museum is the location. We've got 2,500 people starting to make their way here. This is on the campus of Love Field, so this affords us a really wide open sky, and that's exactly what the museum wanted to do. They didn't want to sell these tickets. They wanted to invite 2,500 neighbors or even folks from national or international locations to come in, see this eclipse in that unobscured sky. The problem is that the sky has been offering up plenty of cloud cover. We started off clear, had the low clouds move in. As Steph said, local National Weather Service is saying there is some clearing. We look at the visible satellite picture. We've seen some breaks, and this is very similar to what we saw out there on Saturday. We were pretty socked in with cloud cover. As we made our way into the early afternoon, that dissipated. So a lot of hope that that is exactly what we'll get. Unfortunately, the clouds clearing at that point will also allow for severe weather later in the day. So North Texas especially is one of these unique areas with a lot of challenges coming our way. It's the clouds leading up to the eclipse, and then it's the severe threat coming later on. Now, whether or not we get to see it here from the ground, NASA has scientists stationed along the path of totality. They're going to be running experiments, so we talk to them regardless of whether or not I see it, we see it on the ground. NASA is going to get the information they need to learn from the eclipse. Take a listen.
What about NASA scientists? Say they are at a location, it's overcast, or worse, it's raining. Are you still going to get important data to use from the eclipse in that situation, knowing that you didn't really experience the eclipse in maybe its purest form?
Yes, there definitely is. And that's one of the reasons why we have the rockets and the balloons and the airplanes, because those can kind of go above most of the weather. And then our other reason for being there is to explain and share the science that we love so much. So that is a big part of this whole thing.
So a lot of this is going to be almost community outreach, just getting people interested in that relationship between Earth and what's happening outside of it.
Definitely.
And in just a moment, I'm going to take you over to our telescope farm because obviously we're partnered here with Celestron. We would like to be able to see it. We don't want to have to rely on the rockets. We've got many telescopes set up to get some cool views of this. I know we've been hopeful as well up in Indianapolis. That's where, of course, Jim Cantori is. Jim, I started the earlier shows. You had that rogue cloud in 2017. We want to keep it away. I got a lot of rogue clouds now. I'm hoping we can, you know, sift through them, you know, push them off to the side. We'll see what we can do.
We are getting absolutely cranked here, and I'm wishing the best for you too, and Stephanie, Alex.
Thank
but we
you.
are nothing but clear skies. As a matter of fact, the only thing we got here are contrails. Somebody sit the planes down. You know, we still got about 3 hours to go till Totality, so as long as they're out of here by then, that's fine. But really, if you look up at our camera, look at our sky cover right now, you can see what we're dealing with is really more contrails than anything else. But there is some high cloud around. So at this point, we put the forecasting down and we go to real-time data. So what I want to do is actually take a look at what is actually the satellite picture. So this is currently what's going on, and potentially we can take what we see to our southwest because we know it's moving in a northeasterly fashion to move this way, all right, here in Indianapolis at the Motor Speedway. And we're right here out on Pit Road. We're going to see fans coming out here a little bit later on, both on Pit Road and the actual track itself. You can see down the straightaway here. What an awesome place to be. A lot of energy here all day. It's just been building and building and building, and no question we're going to see even more of that. So check it out, guys. What we're going to see, and if you look at your phones and go to weather.com and type in your city, if you're in Totality, all right, if you're in Totality, you will notice the temperature actually drop anywhere from 3 to 7 degrees likely. And notice our dew point at 55 degrees. So we have the dry air, and when the sun gets blocked, guess what? That temperature is going down, and you can even see that reflected on the weather.com forecast. Well, that is really, really cool, all right? So as much as I love it when you just watch us, this time I will tell you to go see that temperature drop, and then, of course, when the sun comes back out after Totality, things are going to be going back up. Stick around. So much more to come. Dr. Paul Sutter joins me now. We got more questions for him. He is the best-dressed man for Totality today. I will promise you that. If you didn't watch us this morning, he still looks absolutely fantastic. So stick around for that. All right, let's go up to Russellville, Arkansas. Felicia Combs. Felicia, please tell me that your sky cover is similar to mine, or are you dealing with that schmutz that they're dealing with in Dallas?
You know, we've got a little bit of high cloud cover right now, Jim, but we're expecting it to clear out. The forecast is calling for completely clear skies by the time we're getting to even partial and then Totality. So we're going to soak it up. I heard you talking about the temperature drop. I actually brought my own little portable thermometer with me. It's got temperature and humidity, and then it records it on my phone. So I'm excited to see how much our temperature is going to drop here, because it's supposed to be 80 degrees with the sunshine. So I'm sure we're going to get quite a good little temperature drop here. So yeah, excited about that. Of course, we're going to keep talking to Jim all day. All of us are out, and we are really excited about being here in Russellville. One, of course, obviously for Totality. Two, because Russellville is an amazing little city. But also three, elope at the eclipse. It is going to be a mass wedding where hundreds of couples are coming out to get married. So we've already talked to some couples, but of course you know who we have to talk to. I have to bring in Craig. Craig, you are a celebrity, and you are also an officiant of the wedding. So tell me a little bit about how you got into doing this, because it's kind of a cool story.
I just like going on The Voice for me, I got an email, and I thought it was a joke. I was like, okay, what is really going on here? Somebody's pulling a prank, but it was real. Yeah. And as soon as I found out that it was real, I was like, yes, let's go do this. This is a cool moment, and I get to share and help all these couples come together. It's very cool.
We're so excited. So Craig, season 7 winner of The Voice.
That's right.
Not only are you officiating, but you're also going to perform.
Yes, I'll be singing one of my own songs, Golden, as the first dance for everyone.
That's going to be so exciting. So we were talking a little bit about this earlier. Now, you know, I don't know if you know the stat or not, but normally only, it's like 1 in 10,000 people get to see a total solar eclipse in their entire lifetime, and you've already seen one.
Yes, so, in 2017, I got to see that one in person, and it was in Nashville, Tennessee.
So you have a unique perspective. Tell me about it, because I've never seen one.
It was very spiritual for me, and I didn't think it was going to be like that, but just being in the moment and being around everyone, and all of a sudden the crickets start chirping, and the frogs were croaking. It was wild.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Tell me, like you said, it's a spiritual experience. So what do you think it's going to be? Because obviously there are going to be hundreds of people here getting married. You're the officiant. They're all looking to you for guidance for this huge step in their lives. And then we've got this spiritual experience of the solar eclipse. So what do you think is the feeling is going to be kind of with all that happening?
Well, for me, I'm a songwriter. And so I asked if I could not only put the message together, but also write the vows for everyone. And for me, it's so that in and of itself is spiritual, that I'm sharing something that I want them to be able to share to each other. So I took it really seriously.
I'm so excited. I didn't realize that there was going to be like a special vow and everything, so we're really excited
Absolutely.
about this. Craig, thanks so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
I know you said you're going to put on your suit and get ready soon,
we're
so
going to do
we'll
that.
be seeing much more of you.
Absolutely.
We're all so excited. And of course, you know, how often do you have your wedding officiated by a celebrity, guys? So like, it's just everything coming together that is going to make this such a special day for all of these couples. And I can't wait to see them get married, and now I can't wait to see Craig officiate. It's going to be so exciting.
Yeah, I have to say, I mean, how cool is that, right? First, the wedding, that's cool. But then doing it during the eclipse, Felicia, absolutely phenomenal. Should be fun times.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait.
All right, let's get to it. Felicia, thank you so much for that, because we are talking about the clouds. In some places more than others, in Texas in particular, it's real tricky. You know, either way, if you have some clouds, you're still going to be able to experience it. And outside of the, you know, the path of totality, there's still going to be some eclipse effects overall. So it's not all lost, even if you have a ton of clouds.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll be certainly keeping a close eye there in South Texas. Now, as you head farther to the north and east, you get into some brighter skies. Not much of a, too much of a worry of the clouds that are streaming on. And we'll keep an eye on that patch in southwest Arkansas, trying to make a run for Felicia there in Russellville. We'll keep an eye on that. But we also are concerned with, that red area where the Storm Prediction Center is saying, hey, watch this zone for the potential for some severe weather.
In a couple hours, we may see some severe thunderstorms erupt here. That should be after the eclipse event moves across Texas. But by then, the path of totality will be dark, likely in many of these areas, and the cloud cover looking pretty good. Not a whole lot of it. Some scattered cirrus clouds that may be hard to see on the satellite picture, but I can tell you they're there. But that really shouldn't affect things too much. It's these low clouds, the brighter white ones, that you want to stay away from, and they just might stay out of the way in the Ohio Valley.
Yeah, that is certainly looking much, much better. Cleveland, it was not looking so good not too long ago, but you've cleared out nicely, and hopefully we can get this batch to get out of Buffalo and around Niagara Falls for people to enjoy the falls there and the eclipse. And the northern New England, we think is going to be looking good for the day.
Yeah, looking good. The problem is with the clouds is that we're going to continue to see this moisture come out of the Gulf of Mexico. It's a dual threat. It brings the cloud in, but it also increases the severe weather threat. It gives more fuel for thunderstorms that we think are likely to develop across the region. Again, very likely after the eclipse event for Texas, severe weather. So if you're coming back from the festivities, be careful. There could be severe weather in Texas, including places like Fredericksburg, which is where Stephanie Abrams is right now. Steph.
Yeah, Dr. Postel, what I'm hoping for is that we get some of that daytime heating and it gets some of this surface moisture to evaporate and lift, and we get that mixing coming in, because we need to see the eclipse. Another one won't happen here for another 300 years. In fact, on average, a total solar eclipse is seen from the same place every 375 years. That's on average. Remember, Carbondale just had one in 2017. That's where Mike Bettis is. They're going to get another one. And here in Dallas, the last one we saw was in the late 1800s, and we won't see another one for nearly 300 years. And though we do have some clouds, I'm hoping for a break. We will see partial, and what will happen is the moon will make contact to the sun on the right side of the sun. That's what will happen first. We're going to go through the entire process of what's going to happen during this phase. But before that, coming up, we're going to talk to a woman who has seen multiple eclipses. What keeps her coming back for more? Will seeing one turn you into an eclipse chaser? It's possible. We're going to hear from her coming up next.
Wanna Leave works all day, so I can keep working my magic. Just Wanna Leave. 12 hours of uninterrupted pain relief. Aleve, who do you take it for? And for fast topical pain relief, try Aleve X.
A heart attack? Do they have life insurance?
No.
But we have life insurance. John.
I'm trying to find something we can afford. Fortunately, in only a few minutes, SelectQuote found John a $500,000 policy for only $29 a month, and his wife Anne a $500,000 policy for only $21 a month. Go to SelectQuote.com now and get the insurance your family needs
at a price you can afford. SelectQuote. We shop, you save. 2-in-1 CoQ10 and healthy blood pressure support? We've got you covered. Thanks to the dual ingredients in Super Beets' most advanced heart chew yet. New Super Beets Advanced by Human. Now infused with CoQ10, plus the grapeseed extract you've come to love for nearly 2 times more effective blood pressure support than diet and exercise alone. Why take a separate CoQ10 supplement when you can enjoy twice the benefits with Super Beets, the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand? Get a free month supply on all bundles at superbeetsadvanced.com.
Look, we've all been there. Your AC decides to quit, turning your home into an unbearable sweatbox, and now you have to deal with it. Hi, I'm Joe, and this is why I invented iFlow, the world's first automatic AC drain line cleaning system to keep your AC going and the cool air flowing. Look, that's a drain pan overflow that damages ceilings and walls, and you're left to pay for it all. Here's why. A thick, slimy, sticky bacteria called Zuglia lives inside your drain pan and drain line, clogging it up and causing your AC to shut down. But don't worry. That's why I invented iFlow. iFlow is a smart, automated device that dispenses our proven bioenzymatic cleaning fluid that actively breaks down the Zuglia and flushes it out of the drain line, helping to prevent those costly clogs. And the best part is, installing iFlow is a breeze. Just stick it on the air handler, connect the iFlow, insert the cleaner cartridge, and you're good to go. And you don't have to be a pro to do it, because there's an iFlow app to help you through it. So keep your AC going and the cool air flowing with iFlow.
It's nothing.
Sounds like something.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, unsystemic diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol coats and soothes for fast relief when you need it most.
Want to upgrade but still paying off your locked phone? Break free from 3-year device contracts. Switch to T-Mobile and we'll pay off your phone and upgrade you to one of the latest 5G phones free.
Whether you're doing it yourself or hiring a pro, today, let's paint. Exclusively at the Home Depot.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. It just kind of takes your breath away.
Grace was born with a really rare condition called microgastritis with limb reduction syndrome.
She was in the NICU for almost 4 weeks.
She has a stomach about the size of my pinky. She could not eat normally. Their precious baby daughter needed a major abdominal surgery.
We trusted her.
The procedure went very well.
She's a miracle. She's here. She's part of our family. None of that would be possible without Joe DiMaggio.
800-908-5885. Call now.
The power of the Weather Channel, now available to everyone.
This is epic!
Trusted live coverage when it matters most is now yours to stream with the Weather Channel TV app, real-time radar, and maps that let you track all the action.
Let's get into the detail.
Personalization, customization, hundreds of hours of your favorite shows, and so much more. There's never been a better way for everyone to watch the Weather Channel. Available now on these platforms. Download now to start your free 7-day trial.
It was a total eclipse of the sun.
Welcome back into our eclipse coverage. I'm meteorologist Stephanie Abrams, live in the hill country of Texas in Fredericksburg, where in just under an hour, partial eclipse will begin for us at 12:15 local time. The bottom right-hand corner of your screen, that is countdown for us to get to totality, which happens at 1:33:05 local time. You know, it's not just Earth that actually gets eclipses, believe it or not. Every planet does have eclipses, with the exception of Mercury and Venus, because they have no moons. What is the best planet to be on for eclipses would be Jupiter. They have a total eclipse every 42 hours, and 3 total eclipses can happen at the same time because of the multiple moons. So beam me up, Scotty. Take me to Jupiter so I could enjoy that. We're all enjoying the crowd getting together here. We're not giving up hope yet, even though we have some of those thicker clouds. You can see multiple telescopes that are lined up on the field here. I even see some binoculars, but remember, they have to have a filter on them. Do not look directly at the sun. You could get sun damage instantaneous, and we're not the only people with telescopes set up here. I want to go to my friend who's just up the road in the Lone Star State in Dallas, and that's Alex Wilson. And Alex, how many telescopes do you have around you?
Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got at least 4. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm counting the same one twice. You're in luck. I've got my friends from Celestron here. You guys are one of our partners at this event. Robert Reeves, Kevin Kawai. Tell me what you're doing today with these telescopes, how many you've got set up overall, and what you're hoping to capture.
Well, right here on the spot, we have 4 telescopes set up, and just like we did in San Antonio, we're going to do the live stream for you guys. Yes. So we are providing the telescopes that's going to be tracking the sun, and through an HDMI cable connected to our DSLR camera is going to provide a live stream of the sun.
It is a spectacular view.
Right now, just like in San Antonio, we have clouds.
Yes.
But what happened before?
They cleared just in time.
They cleared just in time. So we're going to bank on that same thing.
Because you want redemption from the last total solar eclipse.
You aren't kidding.
You had a rough go of it.
You know, back in 2017, we were in Nashville, Tennessee, and about 3 minutes before totality, this rogue cloud.
We said every time.
Never fails.
So a rogue cloud came and just messed with your view.
Just before totality, this rogue cloud came up, and everybody on the field was like, no!
Yeah.
And that cloud eclipsed the eclipse. So we did not get to see totality. We didn't get to see the corona. However, we did get to see the 360-degree sunrise, the orange glow around the horizon. We did see Venus, and we did feel the drop in temperature. And I'll tell you, when the moon's umbra, the shadow came over us, it was weird. It was eerie.
Yeah.
And that's what we're expecting today. I know that this eclipse here in Dallas is going to be about twice as long as what we experienced in Nashville.
Yeah.
But this time, we want this to clear. We want to see the corona.
Yeah, and you are going to get some multiple views. We've got 1 or 2 for viewing, but then we've got one that's going to actually capture the face of the moon.
We're going to try to image the actual man in the moon centered in the eclipse by the moon being illuminated by sunlight reflected from the Earth.
Yeah.
So I think we can do it with today's DSLR cameras. They're sensitive enough to do that.
Love it. About 30 seconds left. You said we're at truly the right time and space for this.
That's true. Humanity is on Earth just at the right time when the moon is just far enough to be the same size in the sky and block out the sun and create an eclipse. Because the moon is slowly receding away from the Earth. And in future, the moon will be too far away. In the past, it was too close. But now, when we're here on the Earth now, enjoying the spectacle, just the right time. So we're looking forward to the clouds clearing, and we're going to do it.
And again, if people aren't in the path of totality, Celestron is partnering with us to truly give that view of what you would see.
I know, but just like during the annular eclipse, even though the sun was like 96% covered, it was still like a bright sunny day. So if you're not in the path of totality, you need to get yourself in the umbra.
You got time. If you've got like an hour drive, you can make this happen. Guys, thank you so much. We are so excited to be hanging out with you. We've had such a good time with them in San Antonio. We're going to work whatever magic we worked last time, of course, to hopefully bring that clearing. Now, the clearing that we're going to see will probably also be responsible for some severe weather later in the day. We think late tonight, and especially overnight, big storms with especially large hail. Hail potential is a high one, and also tornadoes. Torcon of 3 for more North Texas. National Weather Service, they've been working double duty because they're trying to answer the eclipse questions, but also saying, guys, don't sleep on this significant, severe threat. I can tell you here, it has begun to warm up, so I do have hope that these clouds will continue to clear. But again, that warming, that sunshine would fuel the severe weather later. We're going to check in with more of our crews as our eclipse special coverage continues for you after this.
On that hot summer day, she blew me away in a total eclipse.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella Windows.
Save on replacement windows by Pella now.
One way to avoid expensive car repair bills is to be a race car driver. The other is endurance. You could never pay for covered car repairs again.
In my first year with Endurance, they covered a $14,000 engine replacement.
As a certified mechanic, I always recommend that my customers have an auto protection plan. You never know when a breakdown can strike, and you need coverage that you can count on.
Without Endurance, breakdowns can cost thousands. With Endurance, you're covered. Even better, you pick the mechanic you trust.
Endurance covers nearly every car on the road, up to 20 years old.
They cover a ton on the car.
So, who's going to pay for your next car repair? You or Endurance?
Act now for $300 off any plan. Plus, a full year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value free, and a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Call 1-800-427-2128.
Now for a free quote.
Cheese and fruit and crackers. Cheese and fruit and crackers. Cheese and fruit and crackers.
Come and get yourself some Golden Club crackers.
Wow. Power outages can be unpredictable, inconvenient, and disruptive to your life, posing a real threat to your family's comfort and safety. When the power goes out, you have no lights, no refrigeration, no heating or air conditioning.
The winds are not letting up at all here. We're going to see some power outages.
The number one thing to prepare for is extended power outages.
Are you prepared? You can be with a Generac home standby generator. When a power outage occurs, your Generac home standby generator automatically powers up using your home's existing natural gas or propane, so your life goes on without disruption. You and your family are comfortable, safe, and secure. Stay tuned to get over a $700 value free on the most popular home standby generator in the world.
With the Generac, we don't have to worry about whether we lose power or not. If the utility company does not come through, our Generac does.
Having a Generac takes a lot of the anxiety out of there's going to be a storm.
After the hurricane happened, we just want to be prepared for anything.
Generac generators are designed, engineered, and built in the USA. 8 out of 10 home generators are Generac and have thousands of satisfied customers.
How many times have you heard people say, I never want to go through that again? Well, the next time that you go through it, don't make it so hard on yourself. Have a Generac home standby generator.
Call or go online now to request your free quote with one of Generac's nationwide dealers. Special financing and low monthly payment options are available. And if you call now, you will also receive a free 7-year warranty valued at over $700. The call is free, the quote is free, and there's no obligation to buy. Call or go online now so the next time there's a power outage, your home powers up. Power your life with Generac. Call or go online to request your free quote today.
Introducing NeuroQ, the breakthrough brain supplement that can help your memory, focus, and concentration.
NeuroQ is the result of years of research studying the precise nutrients your brain needs to perform better.
In an internal study, 4 out of 5 NeuroQ users saw significant improvement in just 30 days. Act now to try NeuroQ for $49.95 with free shipping. Plus, get Sleep Now oral strips free. Call or go to trynq.com now.
Okay, I have found our secret weapon when it comes to getting these clouds out of here. Not only in Fredericksburg, but all along the path. They're going to break apart. I want to introduce you to Chris Salo. Come on, Chris, because Chris has seen 2 eclipses. This will be your third, and the other 2 have been clear.
The first one was cloudy. The first one was very overcast. It just got dark and then got light.
Oh, I thought you said it was clear. I misunderstood that
the second
story.
one was Eastern Oregon, and it was Totality. First time clear. It was amazing.
What emotions came up for you? What did it feel like?
It was just so astounding, like tingly, and the light, the quality of the light is so amazing. It's not like any other light I've ever been in.
What makes you keep coming back for more?
Well, I like that feeling. That amazing, just immenseness of the sun and the moon, and we're just little people here. And again, the quality of the light and all the people. Always with all the people, and everybody goes crazy. It's wonderful.
Do you think you'll see more eclipses in the future? Are you hooked?
Oh, yes.
Are you going to turn into an eclipse chaser?
Well, we're going to try. Yes, I'm going to try to get more because, oh my gosh, but I might be an old critter because the next one in the U.S. is going to be like in, 30 years or something.
Yeah, it's in another 20 years, but that's okay.
That's all right.
What do you want to tell people who maybe this will be their first experience seeing an eclipse?
Well, it's wonderful, and everybody has all their telescopes and their cameras, but you have to just be
in the moment.
In the moment.
Be present.
And be aware of the birds not singing and the insects being quiet and just everything. Just be in the moment, because we can get behind all of our electronic devices
Put them down.
and put them down, and we just have to experience it.
All right, Chris.
And that's wonderful.
I'm glad we got to experience you this morning.
Thank you
so much for coming on.
Thank you, sure.
And Chris is just sitting right over here, so we'll be checking in with her. And I want to go to Jim because, Jim, I want to show you the clouds. Oh, by the way, there's blue clouds over there, Lauren. I don't know if it's too hard to get to. It's kind of over your shoulder, over that tree. Jim, this is all I need, is a break like that, right at time of totality, and I'm set. I'm golden. I've got, my shoes off now. I don't know if you saw this. I'm taking it to the next level. I'm grounding, so I'm connecting with Mother Earth and connecting all the way up into the solar system. Jim, I've taken it to the next level.
Abrams, why not? Why not? Let's go to where no man has gone before, right? And I want to do that here with Dr. Danny Milosavljevic, who is the associate. You knew I was going to screw that up. Say it for us.
Associate professor of physics and astronomy.
Right, I got that part easy, but it's the last name part.
Oh, Milosavljevic.
Milosavljevic. There we go.
Dan,
beautiful.
that's fun, yeah.
All right, associate professor of physics and astronomy. Here's what you may not know, Professor. In 1869. Your university, Purdue, came around, right?
Yes.
That was the last time that the state of Indiana had, at least on some part of the state, a total solar eclipse. How weird is that?
Love it. Love all the connections today.
There's the big.
Love all the connections.
All right, let's talk about this. A lot of your research does the James Webb Telescope. Use the James Webb Telescope. What did you think when you first saw the images of that? I mean, that's like going from small town America to the big city.
It blew my mind. In fact, there's a video recording. It canceled my plans with my wife. We were supposed to go for a romantic hike that day.
Oh, by the way, we're on the Speedway at Indianapolis.
Anyway, we were supposed to go on a romantic hike that day, but I learned that the data came on and it canceled all plans. It was spectacular. I was able to see things that no human had ever seen before.
Are you still married after that?
My wife loves me and understands that sometimes this happens, yes.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, trust me. I've missed birthdays, Christmas. I've had to go out and fly for snowstorms. I totally get it. But I'm not married, so that did make a big difference. No, either way, I mean, what are you looking forward to today? I mean, the most besides totality, obviously with a high, thin overcast.
The event. Look at what's happening here. Everybody coming together for something to witness, a cosmic event showing, powers beyond our control. The moon.
Yeah, there's no disagreements today. I think everyone's excited, feeling euphoric a little bit, getting to witness something that some may not see again in a lifetime. Some may if they're around in a couple of decades.
Yes.
Right?
So much has to come together for us to be here and for the skies to be clear and for the shadow to pass just along this point. It's remarkable.
That is awesome. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Guys, we're looking at cars coming in and out of the Speedway. I was kind of surprised to see him on pit road, though. We're on pit road. All right, if you look behind me here at Brad's shot, you can see the final turn here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which brings everybody down toward the Brickyard, which, by the way, as you know, toward the end of May, this place swells from today's 50,000 people to 350,000 people. All right, big night for Purdue. Good luck, Doc. We'll be right back.
Go Purdue.
Once upon a time there was light in my life, but now there's only love in the
Depend keeps you drier than ever, so you can say yes to more than ever.
Yes! Yes. Yes. No.
Depend. The only thing stronger than us is you.
This tax season, it's time to get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get unlimited data and the Samsung Galaxy A14 on them, so you can give your janky phone to your kid. Yeah!
Turn your tax refund into a U-fund with Straight Talk Wireless.
I still can't believe she's gone. These past few days has been a whirlwind.
There's so much to arrange. I just wasn't prepared.
No, but your mother was.
Yeah. Good thing you and Mom got those policies. I had no idea how expensive all this would be.
I know. I didn't want to talk about it, but I'm glad she made us do it.
And the payment is on the way already. It really was as fast as they said.
Your mother always made sure we were prepared.
I can't believe you both were able to qualify with your health issues.
That's why we chose United of Omaha Life Insurance Company. There were no health questions, there were no medical exams, and our acceptance was guaranteed.
A funeral could cost more than $9,000, and prices rise each year. Have you helped prepare your family to pay for these expenses when you're gone? If you are between 45 and 85, you automatically qualify for up to $25,000 in life insurance coverage with United of Omaha. Policies start at just $6.38 a month, and your acceptance is guaranteed. You cannot be turned down for any health reason.
I didn't think you would be able to get a life insurance policy on your fixed income.
With United of Omaha, policies start at just $6.38 a month. And with the rate lock guarantee, my rate is locked in for life.
With one call and as little as 5 minutes, you can qualify for up to $25,000 in life insurance coverage. Call the number on your screen right now to lock in your rate today. There are no medical exams and no health questions. Plus, benefits can be paid within 24 hours, and unlike some policies, are payable from day one. It's never been easier. Policies offer a 30-day free look guarantee or your money back. And with our rate lock guarantee, your rates will never increase and your coverage will never decrease.
Just like Mom, always looking out for us.
And because our policy is through United of Omaha, you can use the money wherever you need it the most. Medical bills, funeral expenses, credit card debt, there are no restrictions. That's why I got my policy. I want to make sure you're taken care of when it's my time.
Oh, Dad, that's not going to be anytime soon.
Help take care of your loved ones after you're gone with a guaranteed acceptance life insurance policy from United of Omaha today. Benefits can be paid within 24 hours and can be used to pay funeral costs, outstanding medical bills, credit card debt, or more. Policies start at just $6.38 a month. If you are between 45 to 85, call United of Omaha right now. With one call and as little as 5 minutes, you could qualify for up to $25,000 in life insurance coverage. Acceptance is guaranteed. Call the number on your screen right now to lock in your rate today.
Call 800-974-5284. That's 800-974-5284. 800-974-5284. Call today.
It started. It's the side hug. Tween milestones like this may start at age 9. HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then, too.
For most, HPV clears on its own. But for others, it can cause certain cancers later in life. Welcome! Hi. Now, as the dad cab, it's my cue to help protect them.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next.
Ask their doctor today about HPV vaccination.
Part of the fun of the solar eclipse is the build-up to the actual eclipse. And we've been feeling that here in Russellville. Thanks for sticking with us here on the Weather Channel. We've got teams spread out all over the path of totality, but I am here in Arkansas just waiting for one elope at the eclipse, a mass wedding that's happening. But also, we've been talking to a lot of local businesses here in Russellville that are trying to capitalize on maybe 100,000 people being in this town. Check it out. It's a very interesting town, and we really love catching up with these business owners.
We're going to have an eclipse here in Russellville.
It's a gift given to Russellville. Russellville is on the map now nationwide. This is the largest event Russellville has ever seen.
That amount of people has never came here for anything.
Total eclipse.
eclipse.
I guess it's a pretty big deal.
Our official tourism shirt says, "I got mooned in Russellville." And we were like, oh boy.
We definitely got mooned in Russellville.
We are the best place to come and view the 2024 eclipse.
I love Russellville.
The lakes and the rivers and the valleys.
World-class mountain bike trails.
I reckon we've got a little of everything.
It's a small town, but big town and a big heart.
It's just real.
All passes are printed.
All the last-minute people that have now decided to come from other areas where they were going, and now they've changed their mind because our weather's going to be gorgeous. It's on target to hit 100,000 people in town. Strobe lights on the tops. We're official. We're running around making sure things are exactly as they're supposed to be. All the food vendor trucks are set up. The official fire truck is here, and it serves beer right out of it. The row of porta potties, we have almost 200.
They've got porta potties all over town. I thought about moving some of them down to my farm and charging them for a haircut. The only reason I'm opening tomorrow is I thought maybe there might be some people out of town that have a little time to kill and they want to get a haircut. I'm curious to see what the traffic's going to be like.
Are you nervous about the traffic? Getting home?
No, not really. I just got one speed anyway, and that's slow.
We are in front of the snow cone / lemonade stand. We do snow cones and lemonades here for the solar eclipse, and we're going to be in the process of loading everything up, getting it ready for the big day. We have every freezer around full of ice ready to go. The flavors and the syrups and the cups and the straws and the trailers themselves. Weather's looking better here in Arkansas than maybe other areas, and so that's going to make another drive towards this area.
Yesterday was 18% cloud coverage. Today, 15%. So it's getting better daily.
Calm before the people storm. Hopefully survive. We've cleaned a lot of stuff and organized a lot of stuff, stocked a lot of stuff, ordered a lot of stuff. This week we've already had 2 squares gone down twice, and the bookstore payment has gone down once. So I'm about to make an eclipsinator. We'll drizzle. I think we're ready. We're as ready as we can be.
They're just pretty excited about the eclipse. I'd be more excited about a cow having a new baby calf.
We're going to make sure that we have enough ice, enough supplies, and enough smiling faces.
Yeah, Russellville! Yeah!
So let me just tell you that I got to catch up with Gerald the other day, and Gerald is getting progressively more excited. So if any of you were worried about whether Gerald was excited yet or not, he's gotten much more excited. Everyone in Russellville, the feeling is electric. We've got the brides getting ready behind me. So, you know, we're just ramping up for the wedding. We're ramping up for Totality. And of course, Russellville is showcasing that is such a gem here in Arkansas, and you know, even outside of the eclipse, Russellville has been so friendly, so great, and set up so many things for the visitors. So you know, Steph, I'm just so excited to be here. When you can feel the excitement around you, you can feel the hospitality. It just makes everything so great, even before Totality even happens. And it's been the same here in Texas. People have been so warm and so generous. And Felicia, I saw there was this huge tall cake where you're located for that wedding, this eclipse cake. And one of our executive producers at the Weather Channel for Pattern, our climate show, this Monday through Friday from 12 to 1, she sent me, there's all these cakes in Fredericksburg, a local place, is doing I Got Mooned and the eclipse. And everything is so festive, from the cakes to the t-shirts to the glasses and all of it. Now, if you missed this eclipse, 77 more solar eclipses will occur in the U.S. this century, including 9 total eclipses. The next total eclipse in the U.S. is in 2024, but only for Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota. The next coast to coast from California to Florida is in August of 2045. So about 20 years from now, Georgia and Texas will get both. 4 total eclipses over the century, more than any other state. The next 7-minute total eclipse is in the year 2150. This one's going to max out just over 4 minutes that we're going to see today.
As a teenager, I struggled with acne, and I still struggle with post-acne marks.
Bright Reveal Niacinamide Serum by L'Oreal visibly fades post-acne marks by up to 40%. Bright Reveal Niacinamide Serum by L'Oreal Paris.
Welcome to the new PetSmart Treats Rewards. Collect points with every purchase. And right now, buy 2 dog treats or chews and get the third 50% off. PetSmart, anything for pets.
Do you want to close out?
Should I? Normally I'd hold, but taking the gains is smart here, right?
Feel more confident with stock ratings from JP Morgan analysts in the Chase app. When you've got a decision to make, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
At Safelite, we'll take care of fixing your windshield. But did you know we could take care of your insurance claim? That means less stress for you.
Thanks.
My pleasure. Have a good one.
You too.
Schedule today at safelite.com.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some Rinvoq patients felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days. Some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. And many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Help heal your painful skin. Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Not to worry, we are in this together. Healthier means specialty care for your specialty scripts.
Healthier happens together.
Under the sun, more than just the sun is shining under the sun.
Grace was born with a really rare condition called microgastritis with limb reduction syndrome.
She was in the NICU for almost 4 weeks.
She has a stomach about the size of my pinky. She could not eat normally. Their precious baby daughter needed a major abdominal surgery.
We trusted her.
The procedure went very well.
She's a miracle. She's here, she's part of our family. None of that would be possible without Joe DiMaggio.
Call 1-800-355-9794. Visit homeserve.com.
Yeah, it's starting to happen. Listen. Yep, here we go. What an incredible sight.
For a cosmic event this rare, you need experienced meteorologists, passionate experts.
It is so special, so rare.
Just magical.
And America's most trusted news network, the Solar Eclipse. Live coverage all day on the Weather Channel.
The reason we can see an eclipse on Earth is because the sun is 4 times larger than the moon, but the moon is 400 times farther away, making them appear identical in the sky. That's interesting. What's more interesting? The word when you have 3 celestial bodies lining up like they will for this total eclipse. We talked to Bill Nye about that earlier.
It's just
It's just magical, this shadow. We live on this.
We got syzygy going on, Bill.
Syzygy people, where the objects are lined up. It's a fabulous word. If you're a kid of any age, syzygy is just fun. Now, the thing that's remarkable is where we live, our sun is the same width as seen from Earth as the moon. There's a fabulous word. The moon subtends the same angle of sky. How often do you get to say sub-10,
and syzygy all within a minute, Bill. You can't, you know.
Cool. So it goes completely dark in the middle of the day. The crickets will be cricketing, and the chirping birds will be birding, and all that stuff. It's really amazing.
And Bill Nye will be Bill Nyeing.
Well, I'll be taking it in. So everybody, that's the thing. The young people, the kids today, with their electric phones, everybody wants to take pictures, right? Everybody wants to take selfies constantly. So just today, try to be in the moment.
Yeah.
Those crazy kids over there at NASA and all kinds of amateur astronomers will be taking a lot of pictures.
Yep, they've got us covered here.
The pictures will be there. Just try to go.
Be present, Bill.
Be present. Well said.
That's how you do it. And I second that motion. And listen, we do have some clouds, but I want to talk to you, Alex Wallace and Dr. Postel, about that. Guys, we are seeing breaks in the clouds. And I know we've been explaining the moisture coming from both sides, but Dr. Postel, when you get some of that heat coming in, that can mix up the atmosphere, break things up a little bit for us.
Steph, you are so right. You're getting a deeper boundary layer. You're mixing things out. You're evaporating some of the clouds. You get some of that heating. We're working on for you here in Fredericksburg. The problem is more moisture is still streaming in from the Gulf of Mexico. It's going to be a delicate balance there. But Steph, we're rooting for you, as is many other locations here in the path of totality. Alex, Arkansas looking pretty good, holding tight there with clear skies.
I have to say, as you continue to move northbound, things are certainly looking good there. But the concern is, as we work our way through the day, for severe weather. That red zone, and we're even starting to see a few areas off to the north and the east there into Mississippi where we've got some warnings.
Yeah, these thunderstorms are being warned for some hail as they move northeastward across parts of north central Mississippi. This is just the beginning, I think, of a lot more warnings like this popping up. Again, not necessarily in Texas either, in areas surrounding that. But look, the Ohio Valley in this path of totality, we got some cirrus clouds, but it's looking pretty good.
Oh yeah, this is kind of where you want to be. Indy's looking good. Cleveland, after what was a pretty cloudy morning, you've cleared out there, so not too bad. And the other spot that's looking good as you move into northern sections of New England.
It's always been Maine, hasn't it? It's always been
keep Maine. the main thing here in Maine. Looking good there. How about in Dallas? That's where we found our very own Alex Wilson. Alex, certainly looking at those skies, hoping for things to maybe stay cloud-free there.
Yeah, you know, we're actually seeing them break out. I step back and you can see, like, we've got sunshine coming through. So at this point, some of those low clouds breaking up, and the hope is that that continues to be the case. Obviously, still expecting some clouds around for totality time. It's where is that cloud and where is the sun? You know, you just hope you don't get what Kevin from Celestron had back in 2017, the one rogue cloud right in front of the sun. This is going to be a really cool event, and a lot of people have been looking forward to this since the 2017 event. I went up to NASA. I talked to our friend Dr. Alex Young about what makes this eclipse different than the last one and what we're going to see this time around.
There's so much to see. And the other thing that's exciting is the corona itself changes during the solar cycle. So for 2017, we were looking at the really kind of the quiet sun, you know, during solar minimum. Now we're going to be looking at the sun almost or at the peak of solar activity, and the corona is the structure of it is very different. And so that's an exciting opportunity. Maybe we will even see a solar eruption, a CME, during the eclipse, and that's possible.
And that is the hope from a lot of folks across the astronomical field. They are hoping they get to see this really active sun. As I mentioned, the sun is breaking out. The problem is that's also going to fuel the severe weather. Dr. Postel and Alex were just talking about severe weather threat increasing farther to our south and east. We're going to see severe storms up here in North Texas later on. So that could be an issue for folks as they make their way home from the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area, the largest metro in this year's eclipse path.
It's all right.
Why are you here?
To find a place to rent. I know renters when I see them. Apartments.com. We can help you get into a lovely 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom. I don't want to presume anything. Apartments.com. The place to find a place.
Meet Noodles. She's part short hair, part tabby, and part ninja. Meet the Bissell Crosswave Hydro Steam. It's part vacuum, part mop, part all-in-one steam cleaner. Oh, and part Ninja Nemesis. Every purchase saves pets, like Noodles. Bissell, a new breed of clean.
Look closely at history in the making. This $50 Buffalo gold piece was the purest gold coin ever struck by the U.S. government. It was the first U.S. coin ever struck using .9999, that's 4 nines, pure 24-karat gold. Its design was based on the famous Buffalo nickel of 1913 to 38. Wildly popular with investors and collectors, the U.S. government had to stop production because of a shortage of specially made gold blanks. It's no wonder the price of that edition has gone through the roof. Now you can reserve your own tribute to the $50 gold buffalo clad in 14 milligrams of 24-karat gold. National Collectors Mint's private non-monetary minting recreates James Earl Frazier's American buffalo against a mirror-like background on one side, and his iconic Native American Indian head stands out in stunning relief on the other. The final issue price was to be set at $50 per proof. But during our special release, this 24-karat gold-clad masterpiece can be yours for only $9.95. With gold prices up over 500% since 2002, price can only be guaranteed for 7 days. Each new 2024 $50 Gold Buffalo Tribute Proof order comes individually numbered with a certificate of authenticity verifying that each piece is clad in 14 milligrams of 24-karat gold, is proof struck, and is based on the famous design of James Earl Frazier's Buffalo nickel. There is a strict limit of 5 proofs per caller. Distribution will take place in registration number order. Earliest reservations receive the lowest registration numbers, so you must hurry. Avoid disappointment and future regret. Call now.
To order the 2024 $50 Gold Buffalo Tribute Proof, call 1-800-311-8662. That's 1-800-311-8662. There's a strict limit of 5 proofs per caller, so don't delay. Call 1-800-311-8662. That's 1-800-311-8662.
For your most brilliant smile, Crest has you covered.
Nice smile, Brad. Nice. Thanks.
Crest 3D White, 100% more stain removal. Crest.
We're Ram, and when trucks are what you do Truck Month better than anyone else. You do trucks that work harder and play harder. And you do trucks that win by breaking every rule of what a truck should be. So this Truck Month, what you should do is drive a Ram. Trucks are what we do.
During Ram Truck Month, get new rollback manufacturer's pricing with lower starting MSRPs plus $1,000 bonus cash on 2024 Ram heavy-duty trucks.
A stellar sight in the sky.
I can't explain it. It's so beautiful.
As millions get the chance to witness a total solar eclipse.
The moon blocking out the sun completely.
Casting a dark shadow more than 2,100 miles from Texas to Maine.
Americans waited decades to be awed and dazzled in 2017.
2024's celestial event will be even bigger.
Totality lasting longer.
All the magical moments you don't want to miss.
Special live solar eclipse coverage.
Look at that!
Starts now. And welcome to our special coverage. And welcome, everybody, to our special coverage of the solar eclipse here, where everybody sees something here. I'm in the path of totality at Indianapolis Motor Speedway and through here, where we are a little more than 2 hours away from totality, all right? We have a team of meteorologists fanned out across the path of totality, bringing you minute-by-minute, second-by-second coverage of this rare event. Partial eclipse starting in Texas. Listen to this, in just about 10 minutes. Okay, so we're going to start this thing in about 10 minutes, and we're taking you all the way through it. Anticipation and excitement building as the big moment nears for all our crews in the field. Let's start down in Fredericksburg, Texas, where Stephanie Abrams has been manifesting for clear skies, it seems like for weeks now. Abrams, give it to me.
They are, Jim. They are, Jim. We can show you the breaks. The sun is behind one of those clouds. I've got my glasses here. We actually start partial eclipse at 12:15:42 local time, and so just about 15 minutes.